We're going to start laying down, but if you can either bend your knees, have your feet wider than your hips and knock your knees together, or you can have the soles of your feet together and your knees out. Now, if your hips are quite uncomfortable, you might not like that latter region, that latter one, but if not, just bring your knees together slowly, bring your lower back down, and bring your hands to the lower part of your rib cage. And just allow your rib cage to move and try and get to that lower part and just draw that attention and focus onto your breath. So you can slowly start to count your breath, or you can inhale in and exhale out. So if you can't do that 4 seconds of inhale and exhale to start with, just bring that attention and focus to your breath. Just trying to bring yourself into the present moment. And as you slow your breath down, start to slow your heart rate down. Yourself into that rest and digest state. Just try and bring that little bit of stillness into your mind as well as your body. Drawing that attention and focus onto your breath is just bringing you to the present moment. Back to your breath. Just noting your breath. And then just find your own gentle rhythm. So it doesn't have to be that 4 seconds. Just bringing that attention and awareness still to your breath. And if your knees are out to the side, just bring your hands to the outside of your knees, draw your knees together and hug them into your chest. And then just let your left leg go straight on the mat as you keep your right knee into your chest. Circle that right foot in one direction, then the other. Flex and point. And then you're going to take that knee over to the left and turn your head over to the right. You gently twist your body. So you're trying to anchor that right shoulder down and move that left knee across your body. And think about breathing into that lower rib cage space again. Come back to centre. Left knee to meet right knee. Let that right leg go straight. So you hug that left knee in, circle that left foot. One direction, then the other. Flex and point your foot. And then take that knee across over to the right, anchoring that left shoulder down as you turn your head over to the left, allowing that gentle twist in your torso. Again, breathing into that space, trying to move that rib cage. Come back to centre. Bring that right knee in. Put both feet flat on the mat. Fingertips towards your heels. And you're going to get the small of your back to touch the mat. So you're tilting your pelvis, you get the small of the back in the mat, and then you're pushing your hips up to the sky, coming into that bridge position. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, you're slowly bringing your pelvis down, allowing your spine to touch the mat. No rushing. Relax that pelvis. Again, tilt that pelvis, small of your back in the mat as you push your hips up to the sky. Taking an inhale, slowly exhaling, bringing your hips down. And then release. One more, keeping your hips at the top. And then you're going to be coming on to your tippy toes. So lifting your heels, getting a little bit more of a push. Take your right leg up to the sky. And then you're going to rest that right ankle onto that left thigh. Slowly bringing that pelvis down. And then you're going to hug that left knee in, either behind that thigh or on your shin. Slowly drawing it into your chest. Allowing that just to stretch a little bit. And then release that hold. Both feet flat, finding that starting of that bridge position again. So your small of your back goes into the pelvis. Consciously moving your hips up to the sky, keeping that neck in line with your spine. Coming on to your tippy toes, so lifting your heels up a little bit more, push. And then that left leg is going to go up to the sky. And then you're resting that ankle on that right thigh. Slowly bringing that pelvis down. And then either hugging behind that thigh with your hands or interlacing just over that knee as you draw that thigh into your chest, allowing it to stretch that left hip area. And then gently release. Bring both feet flat again. You're going to cross your ankles, hold onto your knees. You're going to rock yourself up to seated. Now you can do that in one go, or you can allow that spine to have a little bit of a massage on the mat as you slowly bring yourself up to seated. You can either sit cross-legged or on your heels, or sit on a cushion, depending on what your body allows. Reach both arms up, nice and tall, and then bring that right hand to the floor, reach that left arm up and over. So keeping in that side stretch. And then come over to the left, so that left hand is down, you're reaching that right arm up and over. One more each side. Just taking note of your breath, whether you're holding it. Up and over to the left. And then come back to centre. Gently twisting round to the right. So bring that right hand behind you, left hand to right knee as you twist that torso round. Lifting that heart up, dropping those shoulders. And then coming round to the other side. So that left hand down behind you. Right hand to left knee. Maybe getting a few cracks out of your spine. And then coming back to centre. Letting your left leg go straight, so it's slightly, the foot angle is slightly wider than your hip. And just bringing that right foot a little bit further into your body if you can. sort of almost into the inside of that left thigh. So we're going to do another side stretch. So your left hand can either hold on to your shin or your foot, and then you're going to bring that right arm up and over. This right hand doesn't have to touch that left foot. We're not trying to warm up for a ballerina class. But you're trying to kind of bring that heart round, bring that belly button round so that you feel that in that side. And then leaving your legs as they are, come back up to centre. You're going to bring that right hand by your right hip. We're going to come onto that right knee and push our hips up. So sweep that left arm up, resting on that right knee, push those hips up. So your bum is off the floor. Nice. That weight in that right hand. So you're almost feeling that stretch all the way down that left side. Slowly lower that bum down. Swap those legs over. So that right leg is straight, slightly wider than your hip. That left foot somewhere doesn't have to meet that right leg, but it's bent. And then you're finding that hand position, bringing that left arm up and over. Again, that left hand doesn't have to meet anywhere. But we're just trying to bring that heart round, bring that tummy round. So it's a side stretch. And then you're bringing that left hand by your left hip. We're going to be coming onto that left knee. So sweep that right arm up as you push those hips forward. That head can go look down or look up, but feeling that stretch all the way down that right side. And then slowly lowering your hips down. Finding yourself into a tabletop position. So coming into all fours. You're going to pull your chest through, lift that heart up, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to push into those shoulder blades. This time as you pull that chest through, bring your heels into your bottom. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to flatten those feet, lift those knees, and push into those shoulders. Just hovering those knees off. You can keep your knees down if you want. Dropping those knees, pulling your chest through, heels into bottom. Inhale, exhale, lift those knees, push into those shoulders. Slowly dropping. Bring your hands, a hand space forward. Flip your toes, come into downward dog. So imagine you're trying to draw that tummy to that thigh. You might want to pad one heel down, then the other. And then walking or hopping your feet to your hands so that you're at the top of the mat. Staying in that forward fold, keeping your knees nice and soft. Interlacing your hands behind your back and allowing your knees to bend as much as you want to rest your tummy onto your thighs. Allow your head to relax. And then slowly bringing your hands back behind, curling yourself up. Slowly up to standing. Bring your hands up over your head. Connect your palms, take an inhale, exhale. Draw those hands to heart center. We're going to draw our right knee into our chest. Nice and high, finding that balance. You're going to glide it back and slowly start to bend that standing leg to lower that right foot to the floor. Nice. Sweep both arms up as you sink those hips down. Grab hold of that left wrist, bring it over to the right. Right wrist over to the left. Coming back to center, you're going to drop that back heel and come into your warrior two position. So that left knee is bent, right leg straight, arms out by the side, dropping your shoulders, allowing that elbow to come down to that thigh, As again, you reach that right arm up. So you're pushing that hand away, you're pushing that foot away. And reverse. So bring that left arm up. And then coming back to that original warrior two, so arms by your side. Straighten that left leg. And we're going to find triangle. So your left hand slowly find somewhere either on your shin or on the floor, but your right arm is straight up. So as you look up, your shoulder is in line with your elbow and your wrist. Again, we're trying to bring that chest round, bring that belly button round. And then slowly bring your arms back up. Turn your left foot to the long edge of the mat. So we're in a wide-legged straddle. We're going to fold forward. So you can bring a slight bend into your knees here if you need to. You can bring a block or something under your hands. You don't have to bring your body all the way down to the mat. You might need to adjust your feet. We're going to flatten that left hand down and reach that right arm up to the sky. So again, we're turning that chest round. And then bring that right hand down. Bring that left arm up. Much like that triangle, try and keep that arm nice and straight. Slowly bringing that hand down. Bring your body up. Turn that left foot so the toes are at the short edge of the mat. Bring yourself to frame that foot. You're going to take that left leg back to a plank position. You can drop your knees, or you can lower your chest and your chin, sweep up for an upward dog. Look over your right shoulder. Look over that left shoulder. Come back to center, flip your toes, come into downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels, and then exhale, lower. Two more times, inhale, coming onto your toes. Exhale, lower. And again. And then finding yourself at the top of the mat, whether that be walking your feet or doing a little bunny hop. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up overhead. Connect those palms, exhale, draw those hands to heart center. Bringing that left knee into your chest, nice and high, and then slowly tipping that weight forward as you glide it back behind you. Bit of a balance. Bend that standing leg to lower that left foot to the floor. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Grab hold of that left wrist. Bring it over to the right. Right wrist over to the left. Back to center. Drop that heel. Find yourself into warrior two on the other side. And you can drop that elbow onto that thigh. Bring that left arm up into that side stretch. Your stance can be wherever, it doesn't have to be as wide, just try and not allow that knee to go over those toes. Then reverse, bring that right arm up, feeling that side stretch. Bring your arms back out to the side, straightening that right leg, finding your triangle. So this right hand can either rest under your knee, or you might find that you're touching the floor, and that left arm is stacked. Rotating that chest round, drawing that belly button round. Apparently there's some triangle shapes here somewhere. And then lifting those arms up. The toes are going to point to the long edge of the mat. Again, we're in this forward, wide-legged straddle. Going to come down to a forward fold. So this time, you're either going to hold on to your legs, somewhere along your calf, or you can hold onto your big toe. And then you're drawing your elbows out as you try and imagine you're bringing your body through your legs. I mean, that's not me. I don't think I can get my head all the way through, and I don't really want to. We're just trying to feel that stretch inside of our legs. Try not to lock your knees too much. And then slowly releasing that hold. Bringing your body back up. Pointing your right toes. Framing that foot. You're going to take that right leg back behind you for a plank position. Drop that chest down. Sweep up for that upward dog. Look over that right shoulder. Look over that left shoulder. And then slowly come back to center. Come onto your elbows so that you're in that Sphinx position. So you're bringing your chest through and your hands are flat in front of you. Now here, you can slightly start to lift those elbows and lift that chest a little bit more if your back allows it. And you can stay here. We're going to sweep this right arm underneath this left space, underneath this left elbow. You're going to rest on the outside of that right shoulder. You've got to go with this one, guys. This left arm is going to do exactly the same on the other side. So you look like you're in a, feel like you're in a straitjacket, but we're stretching our shoulders. So with your hands, you're going to try and walk them either side and hopefully feeling that around your shoulders. So we're still on our tummy. Left arm is over to the right hand is over to the left in this weird straitjacket stretch. And then slowly bring that left arm back in front of you and that right, lifting that chest. Bringing this left hand now underneath that space in the right, coming onto the outside of that left shoulder. This right hand coming over to the other side in front. So, maybe using your hands, gripping the floor as you feel that stretch around your shoulders. Feeling like you're a bit tied up. Slowly bringing that right hand back in front of you and that left. Bringing the hands towards your body as you bring your hips over your heels. Find yourself in child's pose. You can widen your knees here as you sink your chest down, or keep your knees underneath your chest. And then walk your hands over to the left. Bring that right hand on top of that left. Allowing that stretch to come down that right side. And then walking them over to the right. Bringing that left hand on top of that right. Keeping your hips over your heels, don't let them lift. And then coming back to center, walking your hands up, drawing your knees together, that you're sitting on your heels. Interlacing your hands behind your back as you draw them down to open up that chest. And then you're just going to bring your hands to rest on your right hip. So a bit like a holster. You're going to draw that right ear to that right shoulder nice and slowly. And then left ear up and over towards that left shoulder. Back to center. Draw your hands down the center of your back as if they're trying to meet the floor. And then bring those hands to that left hip. So just resting on that hip, and then you're drawing that right ear slowly to that right shoulder. And then up and over to the left. Coming back to centre, drawing that head neutral. Hands down the centre of your back again. And then release those hands. Just resting them behind you. Flat on the mat. And then you're just going to push your hips up a little bit. Stretch out those quads, stretch out those shoulders. Try not to hold your breath. And then slowly bringing your bottom down. Coming all the way onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. As you circle your knees in one direction and then the other. Allowing the small of your back to have a little bit of a massage on the mat. And then slowly allowing your legs to relax flat. Finding yourself in your Shavasana. So gently rocking your head from side to side, allowing it to rest where it wants to. And just bringing that attention and awareness back to your breath. Just noting your body as it rests. Noting your breath as you inhale and exhale. Allowing yourself to let go. Allowing yourself to feel at peace and ease and grounded. And even if your mind wanders, just non-judgmentally bring it back to noting your breath. Noticing your body as you breathe in and out. Sensations of expanding and releasing. Allow every cell in your body to feel at peace and ease and grounded. Slowly start to bring attention to your fingers and your toes, rotating your wrists in one direction, then the other, moving your ankles, allowing your body to stretch, bringing your arms up over your head, past your ears. As you grab hold of that left wrist, bring it over to the right, taking hold of that right wrist, bring it over to the left. Scooping your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. As you gently rock from side to side, slowly allowing your body to feel energized and awake. And then let your body drop to one side. Keeping your movement slow and your eyes closed. Bring yourself into a seated position that's comfortable for you. Aligning your spine with your neck, drawing the crown of your head up, dropping your shoulders, lifting your heart. Sweep both arms up overhead, Connect your palms together, seal that energy in, and then slowly draw your hands to heart center. Feeling at peace and ease and grounded. Bringing your thumbs up to your third eye. Surrender yourself forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.